Hello, my name is Paul Crone. I'm going to be talking a little bit about my why, just kidding, my philosophy of education. So I'm really big on progressivism because it deals with the whole child and it promotes problem solving and there's collaboration opportunities within the differentiated classroom. I like utilizing spontaneity. I used to teach music, and you never really knew what you were going to teach sometimes until that very moment. If someone's missing a rhythm or wrong fingering for a note. So I've developed a lot of spontaneity in my educational experience, and I like incorporating creativity. A little bit about Alliance Impact values that I utilize um, regarding the education for professional practice. I like to give students the knowledge, the skills, and the ethical values they need to serve and lead effectively in a variety of professional settings. Regarding scholarship, I like to focus and have the kids discover new knowledge so they could develop problem solving skills in groups without me having to give so much instruction. I could just give a task and they could try to problem solve to be able to get the right answer. Um, Multicultural and international competence. I like the idea of responding to the needs of diverse communities for students to experience that. And we have that in the school system that I'm in with multicultures. We have um, Caucasian white people, a large Hispanic community, and even some Russian families. Okay, so then the last aspect, community engagement. I like the positive difference in the world that we can make through professional education and practice. So then, um, what is my personal philosophy of education? Okay, so to wrap this up, I had a hard time personally plugging into one sort of philosophy. So I have a bit of a smorgasbord. So I have four actually, if I'm allowed to do that, philosophies that I like to utilize. And it could be all within one lesson, or it could be one focused on a particular lesson. But I will mention the four and how I utilize those. So the four are essentialism, reconstructionism, progressivism, and cognitivism. And I already mentioned a little bit about progressivism, but I'll have a little bit more to say about that. So, regarding essentialism, um, I like the idea of knowledge being transmitted in a systematic and disciplined way, and that students become prepared as valuable members of society. Okay, um, reconstructionism. I like that because it brings the real world into the classroom, and I do that a lot. I believe it gives purpose for students to solve things. So often, I see students having to uh, be engaged in a certain type of math, and I wonder, man, when are they ever going to utilize that in the world? And I wonder if they're going to be thinking of that. So I try to be creative, as I mentioned before, and find ways where they would indeed encounter being able to use specific types of math. So I'll bring the real world into the classroom, and it brings a lot of purpose, as I said. Um, Progressivism. Okay, so I mentioned a little bit, but I'll say that I'd like to add that I like it because of its focus on the whole child, and it also develops them being problem solvers and provides experience and helps them to learn. And um, when they have an activity that might be hands-on, for example, it really brings the knowledge into their memory in an effective way. And then to wrap it up, um, I like the idea of cognitivism because um, It appeals to many input sensory systems, and I like incorporating that strategy into my teaching because some students might be fine learning with visuals, some might actually need to hear the information, the content. Some do well with tactile manipulatives, hands-on experiences that help them learn, or combinations of all three. Um, so that's a little bit about me and my philosophy of education.